Hey Asia, here's a quick video for you based on what I saw yesterday. Technically, the driver was pretty good. We got a couple of spinny ones at the start and then you sort of ironed it out later. I still think you're teeing the ball way too low, but we can continue to hammer at that as we go forward. When you tee it low, it's difficult to hit up on the ball, which gives us the high launch, low spin bombs. When you tee it low, you don't have enough room to hit up on it. The ground would be in the way. So it tends to produce more squeezy drives. But if you can sneak it up a little bit, it'll be good for you. It's just one of those things that we've talked about a lot, but you still like to tee it really low. This walls here, just as an image, for the irons, there were more mishits than I would like to see yesterday, especially like with easy shots like wedges, short irons. You're good enough, you should be smacking those things on the middle of the face every time and not missing very many greens at all. What I saw technically was a tendency to ride into it with your upper body and keep your hips back. So a couple times I said you got ahead of it a little bit. So there's a little bit of this going on, which tends to make you hit it thin and miss it off to the right. My couple of keys for you is this walls here as just sort of a reference that when you come into impact, you're going to be pushing your hips forward and up against this wall, and your head's going to stay back, or your upper spine is going to stay back. So the head stays behind, the lower body pushes forward, and you can practice a little bit with your impact bag, feeling this, where we've talked about this before, where the hips need to push forward a little bit, which gives you a nice flat spot and a forward divot. But the head stays somewhat back where it was. It can move forward a tiny bit, but we don't want it moving forward too much because that's gonna skew your swing path and your low point. And pretty much like all those kind of scuzzy little right ones that ended up right of the green or in the bunkers, those came from a little bit too much of that with the upper body. So the upper body, the simple feeling is that your head stays back and your hips push forward up against a wall, okay? And I'd love to see that driver tee height come up just a hair. As we talked about, feeling like you don't restrict your backswing with your wrists and you let the club get close to parallel or to parallel, I think would be a great goal for you. You're just not gonna hit it very far if you're stopping around here with your driver. You need more time and space to get the club going. So same thing with the driver. You push up against the wall and your head stays back. With the driver, your head stays even further back, like that, at impact. So that helps you launch the ball up in the air. But for sure, with all your clubs, upper spine or the head doesn't want to drift forward too much. It stays back as the lower body pushes forward. So tapping your impact bag. I'll get my impact bag real quickly here. Tapping your impact bag would be really good practice. I like to have people put it up by their forward foot, so too far forward. Make a little backswing, push forward and hit it with the shaft. Push forward and hit it with the shaft, like that. See what the position that I'm in? So not that one, but that one, okay? And that'll give you a really good feeling of impact. And sometimes I'll have people hit a few with the impact bag and then my wall's in the way, but I'm gonna turn sideways and push forward and just tap one, right? So feel like you push up against the wall and your head stays back, all right? Hit my shag too. Anyway, technically, that's all I've got for you.